Now that you know a little bit about phonological awareness, it's time to learn about the developmental levels of phonological awareness. You can think of these developmental levels like a set of steps, each one becoming increasingly more difficult, and each step bringing students closer to becoming readers. But first, I'd like to teach you a quick little memory trick that will help you place these developmental levels in your mind and have them stick there until they become second nature for you. This is called the peg word association tool. Basically, you are going to put the numbers 1 through 8 into your mind. You're going to pair each of the numbers with a rhyming word and a corresponding image. The peg words are as such: 1 gun, 2 shoe, 3 tree, 4 door, 5 hive, 6 sticks, 7 heaven, and 8 gate. Now pause the video and see if you can remember the peg words. Remember, you want to close your eyes and get a very vivid mental image in your mind for each one of these peg words. The first developmental level is rhyming words, and this is where students are able to listen and recognize when two words sound the same at the end or rhyme. Now take a look at an activity that is designed to promote phonological awareness, developmental level 1, rhyming words.
Today we're going to read a book called Sheep and a Jeep, and I want you to listen for words that sound the same, okay? Beep, beep. Those sound kind of the same, don't they? Sheep and a Jeep on a hill that's steep. And I'm going to read the book. Okay. Did you hear any words in this book that rhymed? Can you remember any? Any words that sounded the same? Sheep and Jeep. Very good. See how they sound the same at the end? They have different beginnings, but they sound the same at the end. What about you, Melanie? Can you remember any?
I remember Jeep.
Jeep. So let's think. What would rhyme with Jeep? Well, does sheep sound the same as Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
So would those two words rhyme?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay. Now we're going to play a little game. And I want you to stand up if the words rhyme, and if the words don't rhyme, I don't want you to move. So watch, I'll show you first. So that if I said, I'm going to show you first, cat and rat, those rhyme, so I would stand up. And if I said pig and big, those rhyme, so I would sit down. But if I said cat and pig, those don't rhyme, so I would stay sitting down. So I only move if the words rhyme. Okay, so let's try a couple. Sat and rat. Very good. Sheep and jeep. Sat and big. Listen one more time. Sat and big. Do those sound the same at the end? No, so those wouldn't rhyme, right?
They rhyme, you're going to hop. Sheep, jeep. One ready? Cat, bat. Yay! Bear, plate. Plate, 8. The second developmental level of phonemic awareness is counting words. You remember this by the image of the pair of shoes. You can imagine them in your mind marching to a beat, and every time you take a step, you say one of the words in the sentence.
Don't let the pigeon drive the bus.
Good. Gracie, can you do it by yourself?
Don't let the pigeon drive the bus.
Now step every time you say one word.
Don't let the pigeon drive the bus.
That's a good try. Good job.
I like strawberries.
Okay, just step once for the word strawberries. So do it like this. I like strawberries. Just one step for strawberries.
I like strawberries.
Okay, how many words are in that sentence? How many times did you step? Step it again and count.
Three.
So there are 3 words in that sentence. Good. Think of another sentence.
I like watermelon.
Good. So how many words were in that sentence?
3.
Good. Count it out again for me.
I like watermelon.
The third developmental level is counting syllables in words. Now the peg word for 3 is tree, and you have to close your eyes and imagine that there is a snake who lives in this tree. And what this snake likes to do is count syllables. And you can think about trees, the different words that are associated with trees, like leafy, green, Christmas, oak, maple. And you can actually have this snake, the syllable snake, counting the number of syllables in those words that are associated with trees. So I'm hoping all those things are coordinated enough and they have enough in common where they will hang together in your mind as schema associated with developmental level 3. Galloping.
I'm not good at syllables.
Every time I tap you, that's going to be 1 syllable. So you just have to count them, okay? So let's try again. Galloping.
3.
3 syllables in galloping. Developmental level 4 goes with the image door. This is counting phonemes in a word. This is more detailed than just counting syllables. And there is a little tiny character named Phoebe the phoneme worm. And you imagine her in a very, very, very tiny sound knocking on that door. And when you open it, she helps you count the phonemes in words. It's my extreme pleasure to introduce you to Phoebe the phoneme worm. She helps us count the number of phonemes in words. Phoebe was my student. I would say, Phoebe, there is a cat. The phonemes in cat are k, a, t. Now can you count those for me as you say them? And she would say k, a, t. 1, 2, 3. So she doesn't have to come up with the phonemes. She just counts them after I give them to her. Right, Phoebe? Phoebe, this is a dog. The phonemes in dog are d, aw. It's in your mouth. What is that? It's a piece of grass. Okay. In the word dog, we have d, aw, and g. Okay, so I gave, ooh, gross. I gave her the phonemes. Now she is going to help us count them, okay? D is 1, ah is 2, and g is 3. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 phonemes and a lot of saliva in dog. Remember the developmental level 4, which is our door here, forward door, and you remember Phoebe because Phoebe knocks on the front door, and that's what's going to help you remember that she helps you count phonemes. Teeny tiny parts of words, and this is, can you see her? This is Phoebe the phoneme worm, and she helps us count phonemes, okay? So I'll do the first one for you. You do a, how many did you hear?
3.
3 sounds. Okay, how about and the word rat? How many sounds did you hear there?
Same 1. 3.
Same, 3. Okay, how about in
E. 3.
3? Good. There are 3 sounds in sheep, and 3 sounds in cat, and 3 sounds in rat. Good. Developmental level 5 is segmenting and blending syllables. That means taking them apart and putting them back together again. The image that goes with number 5 is hive. I want you to imagine this hive hanging from the tree where the snake lives. So that's going to help you tie in number 5, hive, with tree and with syllables. So you know that you're segmenting and blending. What are you segmenting and blending? The snake is going to remind you you're segmenting and blending syllables.
Butterscotch.
Good. Okay, Gracie, can you try that word?
Butterscotch.
There. Now use your snake and tap Jamie every time there's a syllable, because that's syllable snake.
Butterscotch.
Very good. Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yay! Okay, how about pigeon?
Pigeon.
Pigeon. Good. Developmental level 6 goes with the word sticks, and it is segmenting and blending onset and rhyme. And I want you to imagine taking that stick apart and putting it back together again. And the ST is the beginning part of that word, or the onset, and the ICKS is the rhyme, which is spelled R-I-M-E. And basically it's just the beginning of the word and the end of the word. So number 6 for sticks is segmenting and blending onset and rhyme. Developmental level 7 goes with heaven. The way you remember this is there are some cats with wings, and they're flying up to heaven because, as you know, cats have 9 lives. And each of these kitties is holding a letter sound or a phoneme. And you can imagine the cats as they're flying. They fly together and then they fly apart. And that is segmenting and blending the individual phonemes in the word cat. And those phonemes are k, a, and t. Give you the parts, the little tiny parts, and you're going to tell me what the word is, okay?
Got you in, James.
Oh, I got his tongue out again. All right.
Just stuff it back in.
Here are the little parts. A,
Sack.
E,
Get.
get. Good. All right, now I'm going to give you guys a word, and then you're going to tell me the little teeny tiny parts, okay? This is the hard one. Okay, Jamie, can you do the word bus? Okay. Gracie, can you do let?
Let.
Good. The final developmental level is 8, which goes with the image of a gate. The developmental level is actually substitution of sounds. That means that you're going to take off the first sound in the word gate, which is a G sound, and you are going to substitute another letter. So we can say take off the G and put on an L, and you will now have the word late. So you want students to do this aloud. Here's another example. You give students the word wait and ask them to remove the w sound from that word. That leaves 8. Then ask them to add on the B sound, or b, and that makes the word bait. Remember, they're going to do this aloud. They don't need to look at any letters. Start with cat.
Cat, 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 cat. Take off the C and add a B. Bat, 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 bat. Take off the B and add an L. Mat, 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 mat. Take off the M and add a...
One more quick note. You can also substitute ending sounds, not just beginning sounds. You can also substitute middle sounds, like the middle vowel. You can change the word bat to the word bet by substituting the middle A for an E.